In the meantime, human beings were moving up the property ladder. And that would change one's story forever. They stopped living in caves and started to build their own caves, houses. The next great event in one's life was to happen in the ancient civilization of Sumer, here in the Middle East in about there you are. Around this time, the people of Sumer decided to give one his independence. They stopped scratching on a bone and set him free by representing him as a token. This transformation changed not only one's life, but the course of history. The invention of tokens allowed the Sumerians to do something that nobody had done before. If you add notches to a stick or a bone, you can do just that, add. But with tokens, you can take away. So, say you've got 6 chickens and you eat 5 of them. Well, look what you've got.
Indigestion.
No. You've invented arithmetic. It was the biggest breakthrough in one's life so far. But why did it happen here? To find out, we have to go somewhere where it didn't. Meet the Walpuri of Central Australia. They're people who've been minding their own business here for 30,000 years or so, until some anthropologists came along and noticed that they didn't use numbers.
People get very interested in Warpy because in our language we don't use numbers. We have a word for one, but that's about it.
Until recently, the Walpuri have got by without using numbers. How on earth have they been able to manage?
The things that you do in your world are done differently here. Take Jabulari here. He never grew up with any numbers at all. Never Jabulari. I'm not Martada. Kendra. I'm not Kudo.
Pun. Bijan.
Jabulari names his grandchildren. What he doesn't say is 4. It's just not in his vocab.
Pun.
Older generation Walpuri don't talk in terms of exact times of day, just the position of the sun. They don't even deal in distances because their land is mapped out not with numbers but with songs, which contain all the information they need. These timeless songs, deeply rooted in their culture, are a source of huge national pride. The fact is, in traditional Walpuri life, they didn't really need a number system, let alone arithmetic. So why, on the other side of the world, 6,000 years ago, did the people of Sumer feel the need to turn one into a token and invent maths? What was so different about life in the Middle East? I mean, why were people here so keen to get into maths, of all things? Maybe it was because there were so many people living in the same place. Unlike the Walpuri, the Sumerians lived in cities, and cities need organizing. Grain had to be stored and distributed, and working out how much each person should get required arithmetic. That's why the Sumerians turned one into cone-shaped tokens. Tokens made possible the arithmetic required to assess wealth, calculate profits and loss, and, more important perhaps, collect taxes. Yes, you can blame the invention of maths on city life. The ability to do arithmetic wasn't the only thing the Sumerians needed for their civic programs. They also needed to be able to keep a permanent record of their calculations. But hold on, the written word hasn't been invented yet. Numbers, it seems, were the world's first writing. It happened like this. Specific numbers of cones would be put into clay envelopes for safekeeping and then sealed up. But once you'd sealed the envelope, how could you remember how many cones it contained? Bit of a problem, that. But wait a minute. They took another cone and made the same number of impressions on the outside of the envelope as there were cones inside. Then some bright spark realized you didn't need the envelopes in the first place. In fact, you didn't even need the cones. You could just make the marks straight onto a clay tablet, and hey presto, you had a record of the number. The notion of writing had been born. Sumerian mathematicians were now able to keep permanent records of their calculations, and these could become more complex than ever before. Only a select few were initiated into the mysteries of numbers, and they were trained from childhood. They became a powerful and highly paid elite that we still pay homage to today. That's right, the Sumerians' great gift to the world, the Chartered Accountant. One was now disciplined and organized as never before. He became a powerful tool, one that could be used to build empires, which is precisely what happened to one